Kill the idolaters wherever you find them. Shoot them if you can, stab them, throw stones at their heads, poison them, run them over, burn their fields, and if you're unable, spit in their faces. This challenge, issued to all in India who would support the Islamic State, was proclaimed in a message from a jihadi group based on the Pakistani side of the Indian border at the conclusion of the annual Hajj pilgrimage. The group, known as Ansar al-Tawhid fi Balad al-Hind, is also thought to be led by Sultan Abdul Qadir Ammar, a 39-year-old Muslim cleric who has been a fugitive from previous jihadist activities. Using a pseudonym, the message was released on video with the speaker's face digitally masked. In a statement to Reuters, the executive director of the Institute for Conflict Management in New Delhi, A.J. Sahni, said there is no doubt that the radicalization process has begun in different parts of the country. Islamic fundamentalists are seeking to indoctrinate Indian Muslims. The group is thought to be comprised of breakaway associates of the Indian Mujahideen, a Karachi-based jihadist organization wanted by Interpol for several bombings dating back as far as 2005. At 430,000 square feet, 8 stories in height, and a cost of over $800 million, the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C. promises to be one of the most imposing buildings in the vicinity of the National Mall. Planned for an opening date in 2017, the building will house some 40,000 artifacts related to the Christian Bible, including fragments of the Dead Sea Scrolls, cuneiform tablets, and a 14th century manuscript known as the Roseberry Roll. The project is the brainchild of Steve Green, a Southern Baptist and president of the craft store chain Hobby Lobby, which has led most skeptics and even many Bible scholars to fret that the museum's goals are more evangelical and educational. For his part, Green admits that when he first conceived the idea, he planned on building the museum in Dallas, Texas, where most residents would be preconditioned to have a positive view of the Protestant Christian version of the Bible. In fact, the mission statement of the project at that time read in part, "Bring to life the living Word of God to inspire confidence in the Bible's absolute authority." However, as Green determined to move the project in the hopes of attracting a wider audience, the mission statement has altered to promise an experience which will be dedicated to the scholarly approach to history, narrative, and the impact of the Bible. A recent synod, Greek for a walk together, convened by Pope Francis and held at the Vatican, broke with tradition in several key ways. In many ways it was traditional. The 200 attendees were mostly males, both clergy and lay people. The conversations were mostly closed to the public, and rumors have been swirling concerning church politics involved. However, this extraordinary synod, a description of this particular type of gathering, which is being called for the first time since 1985, is non-traditional in many ways. For one thing, the Pope is scrapping the use of Latin as the official language of the Synod, a move many are viewing as a rebuke to his predecessor, Benedict XVI, who pushed for more Latin usage in the Church. Another major difference is that Francis is encouraging cardinals and bishops to express their dissent with his pronouncements should they have a point of contention. However, the most peculiar innovation advanced by the Pope is that this synod is to include a frank and open discussion of such topics as marriage, divorce, the value of sex, and homosexuality.